Ahoy travelers! Dave here with Mango Travels. Today we've got a Brawl on Royal Caribbean's private island, MSC leaving New York, and my final thoughts from our Alaskan cruise. Yeah, I know it's old news. I know it's all old news, but I wasn't able to record for a while, so all that and more next. So it's been a minute since we made a video, and I was a little under the weather. I just couldn't do it. But we're back and we're better. So we have another reported cruise brawl, this time at Perfect Day at Cococay. It's reported that 30 people were involved and the lagoon had to be shut down for a short while for cleanup. Now, I'm not going to show the video here. I've seen it. If you want to see it, it's out there. You can go look for it. So two ships were in port that day, Utopia of the Seas and Jewel of the Seas. Both were on 3-day sailings. Now fights on cruise ships are rare, but the vast majority of the time they are on these 2, 3, and 4-day cruises. These are booze cruises, and if you're not all in for that, my recommendation is to stay far away. But Dave, you say, that was only like 30 people out of roughly 8,300. True. But an incident like that just sucks the life out of the trip, and I have no interest in that energy. With Royal Caribbean shifting to more 3- and 4-day sailings, I expect this to become more common on Royal Caribbean. It now appears that Carnival is also leaning in with their Excel-class ships doing short cruises. It's almost like Carnival and Royal are racing to the bottom and leaving Celebrity and Princess to the traditional cruising businesses. That's fine, just be upfront about it. Now, as a side note, I don't understand the logic behind building billion-dollar ships, these floating palaces, and setting them on a glorified ferry route. I get the whole private island captured revenue strategy, but this just isn't cruising in my book. Now, I'll admit, I'm more of a ship person than a port person, but I enjoy seeing the sights, the shops, and the people. Private islands have their place, but it's no substitute for the traditional cruise experience. I'm probably just an old stick in the mud, but you'll be finding me on 6 to 14-day cruises to real ports. At this point, I'd like to invite you to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. It really, really helps our channel. Next, we've got word that the MSC Meraviglia is leaving New York in 2026, canceling several months' worth of sailings as it repositions to Miami. And if you look at the itineraries it's sailing, it's not hard to see why this makes sense. The route it traveled most of the time was from New Orleans to Port Canaveral to Nassau to Ocean Key and back to New York. And for a 7-day cruise, this is just a stinker of a trip. The other itinerary that was seldom traveled was from New York to Bermuda for 2 overnights and back to New York. I'd actually like to take this trip. Bermuda is a port you don't see on very many itineraries, and I would really like to try it. While cruising in and out of New York may be iconic, there are some real drawbacks. New York is too far away from anything to ever be a good cruise port. Sure, there are New England itineraries that might make sense, but those are good for what, 4 months out of the year? And to be honest, those are the same 4 months you could go to Alaska, and Alaska always wins. Speaking of Alaska, it's been 2-3 weeks since we disembarked the Discovery Princess, and while we'll be sharing detailed pictures and video in another video, I'd like to give you my thoughts on our first time in Alaska. Would I do it again? Probably not, and here's why. From the weather to the wildlife, I cannot possibly imagine anything going better than it did. The moment that really had me shook was when we were scenic cruising and a seal floated by on an iceberg. Now, that's cool, but this seal looked tiny. And when I zoomed in on him, I realized the gravity of the situation. Everything I was looking at was out of scale. Everything was so much bigger. The trees, the mountains, the distances, it almost broke my tiny empty head. The majesty was truly astounding. So maybe I will go back. Maybe I can recapture the magic from the first time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you would like, please reach out to us. We are booking trips. We are a full-service travel agency. My email will be below. Our website will be below. And thank you. And until next time, do all that you can to live in peace with everyone. Thank you.